Hey, what the heck? What the heck? Sorry, guys. Yes, it is our 23rd lesson. Yes, guys, we are coming through. We are trying our best to make sure that we deliver. As I'm running through because of it's my 23rd lesson, so happy to be doing it. I even forgot my bag. So Mtuduzi, please, can you kindly go and fetch my bag, because of obviously today we are learning about actual distance. Actual distance needs a stationary. Mtuduzi, yes. Please take my key there and go to my car and fetch that bag. Thank you very much. We can't wait for Mtuduzi to fetch my bag. Palesa, please borrow me your ruler. Borrow me a ruler. It must be Palesa, is that a ruler? No, never mind. Cosmo, please borrow me that thing. Cosmo. Guys, I do not understand. Is it me or is everyone not taking this serious? Guys, this is your final flipping year. Do you know how many people will kill to get this chance again? You do not understand. You definitely do not understand. This is your last chance to make it happen. So take that pride away, throw it outside, go to your neighbor, ask for a ruler, ask for a calculator. If he's not writing, that science learner, that science friend of yours, ask for a calculator, a Casio to be specific. Because of when we are moving into map work, paper 2, whether maths or whatever, you have to have your calculator. You have to be fully on, because of you will never find this chance again. While we are speaking, Mtuduzi arrived. Yes, thank you very much, Mtuduzi. As Mtuduzi has arrived, then what are these now? Mtuduzi, where did you find this bag? Which car did you open? Mtuduzi, you were supposed to use a car key. How did you open this car? Guys, please, let's not complicate things and make things. Mtuduzi, take this bag back to that car. I do not know whose bag this is. With wigs and everything here. Mtuduzi is going to get us arrested. Is he a thief or what? No, okay, you are not. I know you are a very smart learner. I'm sorry, Mtuduzi. Please, but then don't be doing those smart things, opening people's cars. All right, guys, my car, it is black. A black Mercedes-Benz. Please, a black Mercedes-Benz, Mtuduzi. Thank you very much. All right, guys. So because of we have to continue, we can't wait for Mtuduzi. What is an actual distance? When we speak about an actual distance, we are speaking about the actual distance, not the map distance. If you want to know everything about the map, watch the video before this one. So there's a map distance and there's an actual distance. And how do we actually find the actual distance? Yes, we use our very same formula, which says actual distance equals to our actual distance equals to our map distance multiply by our scale. Yes, this is the very same formula which we use to find our actual distance. You get this formula, you are getting your marks. Remember, when it comes to geography, you can find your marks on the multiple choice. You can find your marks on some questions using the very same formula. Yes, because of they could ask you on a multiple choice, have to do it on the side and you are finding it using this very same thing. So it's very easy. If you want to understand your map distance, make sure that you've already watched the video I've dropped before this one, because of it explains more on how you can actually find the map distance using a ruler. And actually we used $1. Don't miss that video. We used $1 to find the distance, and we use that same dollar to find the map distance on a linear or a line scale. All right, yes guys, then we obviously have our scale. When we are speaking about our scale, we know there are two types of scales, because of there are two types of maps. I'm trying to be as calm as possible because of this lesson has to go through your skull. There are two types of maps, meaning there are two types of scales which you are going to be using currently, right? There's obviously our scale, which is our 1:10,000. Yes, and where do you usually find this scale? You find it on an orthophoto map. So this scale obviously represents what we call 1 centimeter equals to 10,000 centimeters, meaning 1 centimeter on the map equals to 10,000 real centimeters on the actual ground. But then the ground can not only be represented in centimeters, the units of centimeters. Yes, this is where we introduce the conversion. This is where we start to convert and understanding conversion. You understand conversion today, you will definitely understand it for the rest of your exams. Yes, guys, whether you are writing your maths or whatever. I've gone through a lot of SIPs, I've seen a lot of teachers, and they've spoken the same language. When they are speaking about converting, they say you must cram this thing. Yes, and they say King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. Who usually dies drinking chocolate milk? Never heard of anyone. I've never actually drank a chocolate milk. But then when you think about a chocolate and think about milk, that definitely has to taste nice. Yes, guys, it definitely has to taste nice. So we said King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. You can never forget about that. Who dies drinking chocolate milk? It was the king. Yes, it was him, right? So we know this K stands for kilometers, hectometers, decameters, and this U. Don't be confused by this U. Yes, I know. This U definitely might confuse a lot of you. This U represents unit. It represents meter. It represents our what we call a meter. When you see this U, it is a meter or a liter. U, meter, liter, unit. It is one. Then decimeter, centimeter, and millimeter at the end, right? So obviously, what do we have here? We have our centimeters, and we want to convert these centimeters into what we call meters. We want to understand that what does actually 1 centimeter equals to in meters, right? 1 centimeter on the map equals to what in the actual ground in meters? Yes. What do we find here? This is what we actually want. Yes. And how do we find it? We are obviously centimeters, right? We are converting centimeters, meaning we'll put our first 0 here on our centimeters. Let me write it on a red pen. We put our first 0 here on our centimeters. Then our second one on our decimeters. Then on our meters, where we said this is our meters, remember, we put what? Our 1, because of this is where we are actually going. We are going to our meters. We want to find our meters. So this is where we stop. This is where we put our 1. And what are we finding? We are finding our nicest 100, right? So now we know that we have to use 100 to find meters or to convert centimeters into meters. We have to use 100. But then how do we actually use this 100? Yes, guys, you must first understand where are you coming from and where are you going. But mele uwazi la uphuma khona. I'm sorry to speak my home language, but then I had to. Yes, guys. So you are coming obviously from the smallest to the biggest. Centimeter, it is smaller than a kilometer, we know. Meaning if you are moving from a smaller to a bigger, smaller to a bigger, we divide, guys. I did do a lesson about metric system, I think, when I was teaching the early ages of close-up education. If you want to understand it better, you can go through to my lesson. Yes, guys. So if you are moving from a smaller to a bigger unit, you divide. But then if you are moving from a bigger to a smaller unit, you definitely have to multiply. So with that knowledge you have received, obviously we are moving from where? From our centimeter, we are moving to our meters. Meaning we are obviously moving from a smaller to a bigger. Meaning we have to do what? Divide. So what are we going to do? We are obviously going to say 10,000. This 10,000, right? Divide by 100 equals to 100 meters. This was centimeter, and now the unit has changed into a meters. This is how you convert into meters. Dividing. This is how you use your King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. This is how you use it. Yes, guys, I'm trying to be as slow as possible for us to better understand. Remember, what scale is this? This is our orthophoto scale. Remember, orthophoto, meaning the topographic map definitely has to be different, but then we haven't reached there. Let's move. If they say they do not want meters, but then they want kilometers, we want you to convert this 10,000 centimeters into kilometers. We want to understand what 1 centimeter on the map equals to in the actual ground in what kilometers. What is it equals to? What is it equals to? 1 centimeter equals to what in kilometers on the actual ground. All right, guys, obviously what we are going to do, we are definitely going to start here. This is our centimeters. We spoke about this thing. We put our 0 here, our second 0, meaning here we do not end on our meters this time, meaning our meters has to change to 0. Decameters to 0, hectometers to 0. But where we are going, we have to put 1. Where we are going, where we were tombed, they were tombed us. They tombed us here. That's 2 kilometers. I'm adding isiZulu today because of it is my 23rd lesson. I'm 23-year-old, guys. So don't be shocked. This is my home country, this is my home language, and this lesson, it seems like it's going to be me speaking why. Yes, guys, so as now we understand, we have how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 zeros, meaning this is 100,000. So to convert from centimeters into kilometers, we divide. Remember, we are moving from small to bigger. We divide by what? By 100,000. There are 5 zeros, guys, remember. So now we are going to say 10,000. 1, 2, 3. Divide by 100,000. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zeros and that one. And what do we find? We find our 0,1 kilometers. So it means this is our 0,1 kilometers. 1 centimeter on the map equals to 0,1 kilometers on the actual ground. So this is converted scale of an orthophoto into kilometers. This one, it was converted into meters. So obviously, if you want to do a topographic map, this is definitely our what we call 50,000, and everything we did here has to turn to 50,000. Everything, even here, my brother. This is obviously our 15,000, but then this will change to this. Yes, guys, this will obviously be our 50,000, but this will change to our 500 meters, no longer 100 meters. And this one, 0,5 kilometers and no longer 0,1 kilometers when we are using a what we call topographic. So make sure that you actually scan and you understand what are you actually, which actual distance are you calculating? Which map are you using? Are you using an orthophoto or are you using a topographic map? If an orthophoto, you remember our 10,000 which we were busy using. If a topographic, this 50,000 which we just changed into. Yes, guys, 50,000 we converted. If we want to convert it into meters, obviously it's still 50,000 centimeters. Still 50,000 centimeters, meaning we converted with 100 to find meters. And it is still 50,000 centimeters, meaning it's starting from here to kilometers. We converted still with 100,000 to find it here. So guys, this is how you find your marks. This is how you convert. Any question that comes with converting, you have to smash it. You can't tell me that you are not going to smash anything. We obviously know King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. And obviously, when we are moving from a smaller unit to a bigger unit, we divide. When we are moving from a bigger unit to a smaller unit, we multiply. Okay, guys, so now let's move to our question. Let's move to one of the questions to better understand what I've been saying. Yes, guys, this has been the most relaxing lesson ever. Okay, now let's make an example. Even though we definitely do not have a map, we have to make one. All right, guys, I'm trying to be fast and slow paced. It doesn't matter what I'm trying to do. So we definitely know our thing, right? We know, let's say our question, or let's first draw our map. Let's try to create one. Let's try to create a map. We might be creative. What do you think? This might be our very own, what can they say? This is maybe our T-junction road, right? This is our T-junction road, and let's see, this is our school, right? This is what do we call 714 road. This is the road number 714 road, right? And this is the T junction. There's obviously that point maybe here, right? And there's this point here. And how do you actually find the actual distance? What are you going to do? You are definitely going to put your ruler. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. If you have pride, throw that pride away. Make sure that you first try to throw that pride away by showing love to Close Up Education. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and make sure that you comment and say, I will be knocking at that neighbor's door to ask for a ruler if I cannot afford one. Yes, it doesn't matter. Even if you do afford one, you do not have to buy it. It's definitely your last year. You must go and throw that pride away, ask for a ruler, ask for a calculator to be able to get this correct. Because of what might happen is that maybe you find that it is 6 kilometers. No, maybe you find that it is 6 centimeters with your ruler, right? And then someone with a perfect ruler find even better, find it like it is 6,2 centimeters. Do you know that you are definitely wrong if you're obviously behind 2 millimeters? If you are behind 2 millimeters, you are definitely wrong. If maybe you said 6,1 centimeters, okay, maybe you might get it right, you might get a correct answer when you are obviously using your rule. So make sure that you go to your exam with a perfect ruler. You place your ruler from point A. Let's place our ruler from the middle of the road. From point A to this flipping point. Duzi has not arrived. I don't know where that guy is. He should be here already with my ruler, and we could be doing this lesson a lot more better. And he's not here. Sorry guys. And Palesa obviously didn't borrow me one. So okay, let's continue. You place your ruler from obviously the middle of the T-junction to the end, right? The question, what did the question say? The question said, calculate the actual distance from 714 T-junction road to the school, right? To the school. There's a point here in the school. Kelokito. Maybe they say Kelokito school. To Kelokito, you put your ruler from point A to point B. What do you find? You find that from the 714 T-junction, it is obviously what we call our, let's just guess 7,8 centimeters. Guys, 7,8 centimeters. This is obviously guesswork. Why? Because of your friend Duduzi decided not to come with my bag. I don't know what he's doing with my black Mercedes-Benz, but then let's continue with the lesson. So the question is like, find us the actual distance. You obviously have to first find the map distance. The map distance, it is the one which you use to place your ruler from the middle until the school, KK, Kelokito. You find 7,8 centimeters. That is your map distance because of you measured it using a map. So that is our 7,8 centimeters. Then we multiply by our scale. Which map are we using? Which map are we using to calculate this question? Let's make an example. Let's say this is our topographic map. This is our topographic map, meaning our scale, it is this 1:50,000. Yes, but then the question wants you to give them the answer in meters. Give them the answer in meters. You remember when we were using the King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. Yes. This is where it is obviously working through. Because of this is a topographic map. You remember we said when we are converting 50,000 centimeters into meters, what do? We divide by 100. And we obviously find our 500. So now we know that obviously, please, this 6 do not disturb us. Yes, it is 7,8 centimeter times 500. Yes, has to definitely equals to... It seems like Tutuze has not made it yet. Palesa, At least do you have a calculator? You definitely do not have. Guys, your pride, you have to throw it away. Make sure that you start by throwing it away right now by liking this video, subscribing to my channel, because of you have to make sure that you like this video. We are getting this distinction. You have to find that calculator. I'm not talking about the calculator used for amakwenya and stuff. Not that one. A Casio to find beautiful answers. I do not have a calculator and I'm definitely not one of the machines. Yes, guys. So now we are going to be moving to another example. Let's say this is our definitely map. This is our map and they are saying what is the distance from Kilometer to where? To our trick station. Right? So to our trick station, remember our trick station have what we call its height, and its height can be maybe, let's say 217.8 or 0.6, right? And then it has 7 here. And what does a 7 here? All right. And what will the question say? The question said, tell us the actual distance from Kilometer Comprehensive School to the trick station height, right? Number 7. To the trick station height number 7. This is obviously our trick station height and this is our trick station number. Yes, guys. So obviously if you are moving from Kilometer into our trick station, we are going to put our ruler until here, guys, the tip of the triangle. You put your ruler from there until Kilometer, straight line. And obviously, maybe it can give us what we call here 5,7, right? It gives us 5,7 when we put our ruler from the top of the trick station height until Kilometer Comprehensive. We find 5,7. And obviously, how do we find the actual distance? We know this is our actual distance formula. The map scale. The map scale, it is our 5,7 centimeter. We obviously have to do what? Let's say they are saying convert this thing into what we call kilometers. Represent it into kilometers. Do not make meters. Obviously here they should be meters. I do not have a calculator, I'm sorry. Here they should be meters. Remember, after giving the answer, the unit, it is very much important. Put on the unit. The unit has changed from centimeter into meters. The unit has changed. Yes, guys. Obvious. Now they say from centimeter, convert it into kilometers. And what do we know? We first look. Which map is this? Let's say this is not our topographic map this time. This is our very much orthophoto, right? And this is our orthophoto. And they say we must convert it into kilometers. Remember, our King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. And obviously, you definitely know that, obviously, our 10, where is it? Our 10,000 centimeters. When we convert it into kilometers, what do we find? 0,1. We remember 0,1 because of we convert it with what? 100,000 from centimeter to kilometer. So it is divide by 0,1. Divide by 0,1 and what do we find here? We are finding our nicest. I do not have a calculator, but then the unit has to change. Kilometers. Yes, you have to change your kilometers. Make sure that you find that calculator. Calculate these answers. Put it there. Like this video. In the comment section, give me answers. I definitely do not think I will ever know them. Make sure that you give me. Give me something. Teach me something. Yes. And while you teach me something, like this video, subscribe to my channel because of I won't be editing this one. I'll be posting it as it is. Don't be scared, guys. I'll be posting this video as it is because of it is my 23rd lesson. I'm 23. I'm just going to see if who I am is definitely enough for close-up education without filters and stuff. Yes, guys. So make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and yes, get that distinction because of we definitely need it. So guys, we have to remember King Henry died unusually. Yes, guys, no one dies drinking chocolate milk. I have to actually try it. I don't know, but then yeah, definitely going to be trying it. Yes, guys, this is our actual distance. Hopefully this video will be much good even if I'm not editing. I'm speaking as freely as I can. Make sure that you pass that paper, guys. This is your final chance. This is your last year. No one is going to do this for you. This is your final chance. You have to do it for yourself, and you have to do it for your family as well. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. Remember, if it was a topographic map, it was going to be 0.5. Yes, just to clarify. If it was a orthophoto, when we are calculating here, it was going to be times 100. Just to clarify. And yes, if you were very much concentrating on what I was saying, you should have already, or you should have seen this definitely mistake. Remember, what is our formula? Map distance multiplied by our scale. This is what we use. Multiplication. And what is here? Divide. We were confused by the conversion. You remember, we have to put multiply, guys. Multiply. Yes, guys. Multiply. And if you saw that mistake, be proud of yourself and be like, I'm concentrating on the highest level. Even though the Kwelas and the Kwababians are fighting, I'm still concentrating on the highest. Alright, guys. Thank you very much. Hopefully you like this video because I tried bringing you the best education every day I stand on stage. And yes, I'm not going to be editing this one. Okay.